Now on 4 News Now at 6, hours after going into effect, President Trump hits the pause button on most of his own retaliatory tariffs.
Somebody had to do what we did.
We'll show you this back and forth and how it could impact your wallet.
I'm tracking a temperature surge in your Thursday forecast, but the next round of cool, showery weather is following close behind. I'll let you know when to expect the changes.
Plus, the evidence showdown in the University of Idaho murders case. Why the judge says the state can't call the suspect a psychopath or sociopath during the trial. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. President Donald Trump announced he is delaying most of his retaliatory tariffs, except for the tariffs against one of the U.S.'s biggest trade partners, China. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. The president doubling down and raising his tariff an additional 21% since China refused to remove its own retaliatory tariff against the U.S. This means companies will now have to pay a 125% tax on all imported goods from China.
China wants to make a deal. They just don't know how quite to go about it.
Washington U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell released a statement about the pause, reading in part, "The global tariff war was creating havoc. I am glad to see the 90-day pause. American consumers and businesses need certainty and predictability." Federal lawmakers from both sides of the aisle are now considering a bill that would give Congress a key role in setting and approving trade policy. If approved, it would require the president to give Congress 48 hours notice before imposing new tariffs. Then Congress would have 60 days to approve them. If no action is taken during that time, the tariff expires. The president's announcement is welcome news, not just for large corporations, but small businesses that heavily rely on products from overseas, including local roasters. But coffee prices are still at an all-time high without tariffs in effect. Derek Strom spoke with a local coffee roaster about the effect these price hikes are having.
Now you got to decide whether you raise your prices to keep yourself in business, or, there's the whole other side of that equation.
Importing coffee beans has never been more expensive, according to Jeff Henry, the general manager at Four Seasons Coffee Roasters. The price per pound has nearly doubled over the last 2 years, and the possibility of a 10% tariff on top of that could raise prices even more.
Nobody was expecting this one. This is a historic high. My father-in-law's been doing this for 50 years. He's never seen it. None of the brokers have ever seen it. So this is something that none of us really know how we're going to navigate through.
Henry says Four Seasons imports around $25,000 worth of coffee beans every month, and with the price going up about $2 per pound, that adds up to an extra $50,000 every month.
As long as you want to keep going and stay in business, you got to get your prices to wherever you got to get your prices. So I think it's all still pretty new, and we don't really know what to expect.
And it's worth noting that all of the coffee that you see here is being imported into the United States. None of it is being exported, so these tariffs could have an outstanding impact on businesses like Four Seasons. Even though tariffs are paused momentarily, the threat of future tariffs could still cause prices to rise.
It can change 30, 40 cents in a day. So, it's just one of those things that we have had to deal with as coffee roasters forever, and just, hoping that it stays somewhat consistent for a long period of time when it's down.
Henry says Four Seasons hasn't raised its prices since the beginning of the year, but the continual price hikes makes it difficult not to pass on the expense to his customers. In Spokane Valley, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
And we will have more on how this trade war is impacting the stock market and your retirement plan tonight at 6:30. Let's send it over now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Well, Kirsten, here are 4 things to know about your weather. Looks like we're going to head up into the 70-degree range on Thursday. Rare territory so far this season. We've only done it a couple of times. Showers will arrive late, and that's going to drop our temperatures back down to average for Friday and into a cooler weekend. We have a few showers possible on Saturday with an additional disturbance dropping in on us. In the meantime, enjoy a spectacular evening across the inland Northwest. We do have a few clouds drifting through, and those will continue. Our temperatures for highs today were exactly average in the mid-50s, so we're going to jump about 15 degrees for tomorrow. A few 60s on the map. There'll be a lot of 70s on the map tomorrow. Right now, we're 54 in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint, 54 in Colville, and 52 right now in Bonners Ferry. It's 58 in Ritzville. We're going to stay in the 50s through 7 o'clock with partly cloudy skies, cooling into the 40s this evening. Enjoy this beautiful weather, and there's a little more to come. We're still about 24 hours away from some wet weather. I'll explain a little bit later in the news. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Congressman Michael Baumgardner says he wants to restore balance, fairness, and sustainability to college sports. He plans on accomplishing that goal with his Restore College Sports Act that he introduced earlier this week. The congressman says small schools can no longer compete with programs offering players millions of dollars to play and compete at their schools, like Washington State University quarterback John Mateer, who reportedly received millions to go play for Oklahoma. Baumgardner pointing to NCAA men's basketball tournaments as proof.
Every #1 seed has made the Final Four. There's no upsets, no Cinderellas, just bigger brands with bigger budgets.
If the bill is signed into law, it would establish a national commission to establish clear rules for how NIL money is distributed. That includes all athletes getting the same amount of money, regardless of the sport or popularity. And it would also require schools to play in regional conferences to cut down on travel expenses and cap coach salaries. A deadly house fire on the South Hill took the life of a woman and her pets. The fire happened around midnight near Wilson Elementary. Alexandra Cohen-Yards joins us live there tonight. And Alexandra, you did speak with officials from the Spokane Fire Department today. What did they tell you?
That's right, Kirsten. I'm right outside of that home where that tragic fire took place. Now, you can see behind me, while there has been quite a good amount of cleanup efforts that have taken place, there is still quite a bit of debris, and those windows that got blown through have now been covered up. The Spokane Fire Department says that hoarding conditions might have gotten in the way of their firefighting efforts. Just before 1 a.m., the Spokane Fire Department responded to multiple calls of a house fire. Although they were there within minutes, things had already gotten rough.
They were definitely in a very hot environment last night.
While SFD was able to find the woman and her 2 dogs within 10 minutes of arrival, all 3 had died at the scene. Fire officials say severe hoarding conditions made it hard to knock down this fire. For Mike Adolphe, who lives right next to the home, watching this all unfold was tragic.
I was concerned about the person in the house and what was going on, and it was just frightening.
Multiple neighbors say they noticed an accumulation of things stacked in and outside of the home. Erica Johnson, a therapist that specializes in hoarding disorder, says if you know someone dealing with a hoarding condition, it is crucial to confront them in a direct way.
Hoarding is a condition where people have a hard time getting rid of things, a hard time discarding things, a hard time letting go of things, and hoarding can come in all different shapes and sizes.
Justin Reuter with the Spokane Fire Department says hoarding is a common encounter in firefighting, and that large amounts of things in a home can add to fuel load, limit mobility for firefighters, and space to get out of a home. All factors that can be prevented by asking yourself,
how do I stack the variables in my favor to survive a fire in my home?
Now, De Ruyter says that what would have helped more than anything with this fire would be an earlier notification of it. He says that due to the severity of the fire, it is going to be hard to find an exact causation, yet that they will continue to investigate it. For now, reporting live from Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Alexandra, thank you. Washington residents could score up to $1,200 for an e-bike thanks to a new push from the Department of Transportation. But there is a deadline and spots are limited. We'll tell you how to cash in still ahead. Plus, local firefighters sounding the alarm over federal budget cuts, why they say it's putting their safety at risk. And the University of Idaho murder suspect back in court, why his lawyers argue key evidence that allegedly ties him to the crime scene should be thrown out. That's next, right here on 4 News Now.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
The biggest indoor custom car show in Washington State returns April 11th through the 13th.
With Dupixent, stay ahead of moderate to severe eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch with clearer skin and less itch. The #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists helps heal your skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family. It's all here.
I've been shopping in JBF since my kids were little, and we just love it.
Is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your kids and your grandkids.
I'm a first-time mom. I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF. This has been a game changer for our family.
Just Between Friends at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds this weekend.
It's time to keep those New Year's resolutions going at Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this? Ready to take chances? Will you push and break your limits? Are you ready to be a legend? This is your moment. Are you ready for this?
This year, join the gym that can help you reach your goals at Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this?
Next, E.T. John Hamm and Olivia Munn's double date night. Plus, only E.T. can take you to the set of Viola Davis's presidential debut. Then, our exclusive with Angel Carter and Soleil Moon Frye. Next, E.T.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
She's the MVP of March Madness, a champion, an incredible teammate, a Yukon Husky. And now, tomorrow morning, just like her coach.
Congratulations. It was so much fun to watch.
AZ Fuds coming first in the morning to Good Morning America.
Now to the University of Idaho murders case. A judge ruling today the words psychopath and sociopath cannot be used in court to describe Bryan Kohberger. Both sides were in court today, sparring over critical evidence, including key factors that led police to Kohberger. Jordan Smith is in studio live tonight to show us the critical fight for evidence and how this could reshape August's trial.
Well, wave after wave of arguments unfolded in today's evidentiary hearing, from the language that could be used in trial to whether or not the 911 call should be barred from that trial.
In court today, both sides took aim at several major pieces of evidence just months away from trial. The defense arguing Kohberger's autism condition should be disclosed to the jury at the start of the trial, so jurors' perception of their clients might not be as harsh as they watch his mannerisms.
Mr. Kohberger sits here today. He's innocent, and it's up to the state to bring evidence and a jury to decide if that's different.
The defense arguing the media portrayal of Kohberger has included words like psychopath or sociopath, language Judge Hippler agreed to bar from the trial. Also discussed today, Kohberger's Amazon search history, text messages from the surviving roommates, and witness descriptions. The defense also fighting to strike the description bushy eyebrows from being used at trial, a crucial detail shared by a surviving roommate the night of the murders. That roommate is the only living person to give police a description of the person in their home that night. Kohberger's defense team, again, taking aim at her credibility.
She doesn't know if anything she says is accurate because she felt like she was in a dream state, frozen shock, fuzzy and cloudy, like wearing blurry glasses, influenced by alcohol. This supports unreliability.
The prosecution alleges Kohberger's DNA was found on a knife sheath at the murder scene. The murder weapon was never found, but prosecutors say the defendant purchased a K-bar knife like this one with a sheath and a sharpener on Amazon. While his defense, who says he's innocent, argues anyone in the family could have made that purchase, prosecutors say they have a witness that will testify it was Bryan.
And a familiar face has joined the state's team. Former Idaho U.S. Attorney Josh Hurwitz has recently been added as a state prosecutor in this case, whose edge and experience might put the defense at a disadvantage. This trial slated to begin July 30th. In studio, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
In your Thursday planner, partly to mostly cloudy skies, but warm. A high temperature of 70 degrees. 55 is our average high. We'll start the day off around 40. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast and let you know what to expect from the cold front that arrives Thursday night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
This is him. You need an eye exam. Wait weeks for an appointment? Now that's criminal.
Word on the street is at Stanton Optical, you don't have to wait for an eye exam. 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79 all same day. Stanton Optical, easiest our thing.
The DQ Freezer is opening again to bring back our most wished-for Blizzard flavor.
Freezer clear?
Just in time for our 85th birthday.
I wonder what it's gonna be. I wish that it didn't.
You can't say a wish out loud. It won't come true. The Confetti Cake Blizzard Treat is back. Filled with confetti cake pieces and confetti frosting. All that's missing is a candle.
This is what I wish for.
Don't be late to the party. Grab yours before the DQ Freezer closes.
Build Seating and AC is making it easier than ever to stay comfortable at home. For a limited time, get a full system heating and cooling tune-up for only $59. And as an added bonus, new customers will also receive a free smart thermostat. So stay comfortable, save money, and gain 24/7 monitoring and control of your home's comfort by calling 208-777-5528 and scheduling your $59 tune-up today. That's 208-777-5528.
The Working Families Tax Credit isn't just for families. Individuals and couples can apply too. See if you or your family are eligible for this tax refund at workingfamiliescredit.wad.gov/eligibility.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
At Stanton, get a 1-month supply of Clarity One Day for only $69. Plus a free contact lens eye exam. That's a whole lot of savings. That is our best deal yet. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Well, some pretty scary video here of a, tree just crashing down on that SUV in Pennsylvania. Thankfully, you see the driver get out of the car.
Dear.
She didn't have any major injuries.
It was inches away from her death. She could have died easily. 1, 2, 3 inches.
The outcome could have been a lot different than it was.
A local arborist says the tree was dead and it had been for years. And he also says this is a good reminder for everyone to keep an eye on trees on your property. We issue that warning every single time we have a lot of rain and it saturates the ground.
Yeah, I got goosebumps watching that video because I've, seen the damage that our local trees do when we have a big windstorm. And the ones that are dead, that aren't taken down, are much more susceptible. So, listen to your arborist.
Right, and watch the winds.
Watch the winds. Just some April breezes in our forecast. Right now, it's 54 degrees and partly cloudy in Spokane. Currently in Coeur d'Alene, clear skies, beautiful evening, and 54 degrees. Our forecast radar, I'm jumping all the way ahead to noon tomorrow because we're going to start the day off dry conditions. We'll see the clouds becoming increasingly thick through the afternoon. By 9 o'clock tomorrow, a pretty good chance of some hit and miss showers around the region, and that will continue through the first part of the overnight, and then we dry out. Here's 2 o'clock Friday. morning, and we are mostly dry across the region and will stay dry through the day on Friday. Our next chance of precipitation is on the way Saturday. Here's a look at some of the precipitation totals we might expect with that first round of precipitation. Very, very light, just hundredths of an inch in most locations, the mountains being the exception. However, this cold front is going to drop our temperatures after a high tomorrow of 70, taking us down to 58. Then we have another system coming in Saturday that's going to drop temperatures even further before they begin to rebound to above average conditions by the beginning of next work week. High pressure in control right now. Then this first cold front comes in for Thursday night. We'll get a southerly flow in advance of this front that brings our temperatures up into the 70s. Then behind it, some cooler weather, but we're going to be staying dry for Friday. It is not, here's Friday at 6 p.m. And then as we get into Saturday, this upper level trough swings in. Unsettled conditions, that mainly means some mountain showers. We'll only have a slight chance of measurable precipitation over most of the region, but we are going to be cooling down for Saturday. 30% chance of measurable precipitation on Saturday, mainly afternoon and early evening instability showers. Might see a little grapple on Saturday. In the meantime, let's talk about Thursday again. It is going to be a great day in terms of warm weather, up into the 70s in many locations, including 72 in 9 Mile, Meade, Spokane Valley, 72 in Liberty Lake, a lot of mid to upper 60s on the map, 70 in Coeur d'Alene. We're also going to be in the 70s in Pullman and St. Mary's, as well as Grand Coulee, and pushing 80 tomorrow in Lewiston. Your planning forecast: dry tomorrow until late. Some rain comes in, and then we are dry on Friday, high of 58, cooler with a chance of showers Saturday. They're drying out and warming up for the second half of the weekend and beyond. Coming up in the next half hour, the animals are busy, and I've got some Wildlife Wednesday photos to share with you. Lots of birds are back and other friends. That's coming up in about half hour, Kirsten.
Ooh, they're busy. Doing what? We shall see.
Just, nothing untoward.
All right, Chris. We'll see you soon. People in Washington have a chance at getting their hands on some free money for an e-bike, courtesy of the Department of Transportation. The department plans on giving out $4 million worth of rebates. It's all part of the department's WeBike program. The instant rebates are either $300 or $1,200 per person. That money can go toward a new e-bike and some equipment to use it. The department plans on sending out about 10,000 rebates, but you do have to apply. You have until the 23rd to sign up. You can find a link to apply right now on KXLY.com. Fire officials sounding the alarm about the federal government's recent cuts to NIOSH. Marissa Rio met with fire officials and shares why they fear this could negatively impact firefighter safety.
I'm really afraid that we're going to go backwards in firefighter safety.
These are the men and women who keep us safe, and now these are some of their fears as the federal government makes significant cuts to NIOSH. These cuts have forced Spokane's facility to close its doors in June.
And a lot of the job safe practices and the things that we do are as a result of NIOSH studies.
John Goodman is a firefighter with Spokane Fire and the president of Spokane Firefighters Union Local 29. He said when he began his career here, they used to take off their masks once the fire was out and begin to clean up the burnt material.
NIOSH figured out that there's 200 plus carcinogenic chemicals that are involved in byproducts of combustion. They're still hanging around in the air as we're in there working with a shovel. So that changed the practice. Now we wear respiratory protection the entire time we do overhaul.
Officials with Local 29 tell me NIOSH also identified that there's PFAS in firefighter bunker gear like this here. They are now looking for safer gear because of this research.
An official said this is an easy way for PFAS to get into firefighters' systems and potentially cause cancer.
Firefighters already have a 9% chance of increase in getting diagnosed with cancer, as well as a 14% chance risk of dying from cancer. On top of that, cancer being close to 75% of why firefighters die due to the line of duty.
Spokane's NIOSH team is currently working on a study to see how high heat can affect firefighters' cognitive abilities. And without all of these studies, officials fear deaths will rise.
I feel like if this continues, we're going to see a regression in the studies, the technology, the ability to find answers to the problems that we as firefighters face.
In Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Well, still ahead, there are new speed cameras on I-90 near the Washington and Idaho border. Why you won't get a ticket even if you are caught speeding.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Looking for a car that feels brand new without the new car price? At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have what you need. Our certified used vehicles go through a 160-point inspection, backed by a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Plus, every certified vehicle comes with roadside assistance, so you can drive with confidence. Find your perfect vehicle today and shop quality, reliability, and savings, all in one place.
This year, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale where you can save store-wide up to 70% off clearance items. And new markdowns are arriving daily as we clean out the warehouses with big savings on closeouts, ding and dents, and floor model furniture at garage sale prices. Plus, special financing is available, so you can save big now and pay over time. But you better hurry. These deals will go fast. This week at Walker's.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can stir a sense of wonder, can make a ride go smoothly, and make a smile stretch ear to ear. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch. When a touch is all in good fun, Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, April 10th. A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
Around the nation, an emotional plea from the wife of a Maryland man who Immigration and Customs Enforcement admits was deported due to an administrative error. His case now reaching the Supreme Court as his family fights for his return. ABC's Rena Roy has more on why his family says they're broken without him.
His wife was in tears, emotionally pleading the administration and Supreme Court to do the right thing, saying their family is broken without him.
The wife of Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia, a Maryland man who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador, now speaking out, concerned for his safety, begging for his return.
If you can hear me, I'm still fighting for you.
Jennifer Vasquez Sura, a U.S. citizen, saying she and their children have been struggling since her husband, a construction worker, is now being held at this notorious prison in El Salvador in a cell block like this one, according to the prison director.
He was whisked off without any due process and is now in a torturous and treacherous jail.
ICE officers stopped Abrego Garcia and took him into custody in March, saying his immigration status had changed. The Justice Department has admitted the deportation was an administrative error, but the Trump administration has defended it, accusing him of being affiliated with the MS-13 gang.
This so-called administration error has destroyed my family's happiness.
He also faced a deportation threat in 2019 over similar accusations, but he denied any gang association and was never charged. An immigration judge issued an order barring his removal to El Salvador, where his lawyer says he escaped gang violence when he was 16 years old. It's an order that still stands. His case now reaching the Supreme Court, justices delaying a deadline for his return to the U.S., so they have more time to consider arguments from both sides. The Supreme Court also ruled the Trump administration can deport alleged gang members under the Alien Enemies Act to that prison if the accused deportees get due process, notice, and opportunity to challenge the removal, something many family members of those deported say they were denied.
Today, federal judges in New York and Texas have blocked several deportations under the Alien Enemies Act unless they have a chance to challenge their removal. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead, tariffs, tweets, and market turmoil. Why Wall Street's wild swings could hit your wallet even if you don't own a single stock. What it all means for jobs and prices. Up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family.
I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF.
Just Between Friends at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds this weekend.
For over 90 years, the McVeigh Brothers family has been installing the very best in roofing, siding, and windows made for the Inland Northwest. Last year, our 6000 Series Coeur d'Alene windows earned the 2024 Energy Star Most Efficient Award, beating some manufacturers by 20%. So this week, we're celebrating by matching your energy rebate. Ask about our current rebate offers for each window sold. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
I'm gonna be a cop again!
Tonight, Jackie's giving it another shot.
The last time you were in the field, you had to leave the force because you shot yourself in the leg.
Or, as we like to call it, the dishonorable discharge.
The Connor's farewell event tonight on ABC.
Tonight on ABC.
If you saw a college student being hazed to the extreme, what would you do?
Here we go, rolling on the reluctant pledge.
I'm not drinking the toilet water. If you don't drink this, I don't want to see you on campus.
Wait till you see what happens.
Don't drink that.
And why this everyday hero
You shouldn't be doing this.
was moved to tears.
Hi, ma'am.
I knew it.
Why did it touch you so much?
If that's my son, it's not right. It's just not right.
What would you do?
All new tonight on ABC.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
We are continuing to follow the impact of President Donald Trump's announcement to pause most of his retaliatory tariffs on imported goods. Tonight, we're taking a look at how this trade war is impacting the stock market and what it could mean for you even if you aren't heavily invested. CNN's Karen Kafa has the story.
The market skyrocketed on Wednesday afternoon when President Trump made that announcement about a pause on some tariffs. The big leaps and losses over the last week have been something to watch, even for households without major investments, because of what they can mean for consumer prices and even for jobs.
President Donald Trump's sweeping tariff plan has unleashed turmoil in the stock market.
If you're like me, I am first generation in the stock market. So to see these type of drops, it's heartbreaking and very scary. And we need to acknowledge that and say, It's okay that you're scared.
When investors believe in a company's ability to deliver on the goods and services they've promised and consumer demand for them, that company's stock often becomes more desirable and pushes a company's value higher. Losses across the 30 diverse companies that compose the closely watched Dow, from Apple to McDonald's to Walmart, mean investors are anxious about what broad tariffs in a global trade war mean for the future.
The longer this lasts, the more of an economic drag it is, with uncertainty both by the consumer, investor, and certainly people that run companies. And the longer that lasts, the more real economic damage we're doing.
When a company's stock goes down, they can eventually be challenged to make decisions about infrastructure, like hiring and the number of people they can continue to employ. They may also hike prices to cover costs, which can also squeeze consumers. And for those lamenting retirement losses as the market has turned down, experts say it's important to look forward, not back, and stay on top of that money.
What's really important to you always, whether you're taking a loss or not, is what will do well ahead.
And that 90-day pause that President Trump announced does not include China. In fact, the president raised tariffs on Chinese goods again coming into the United States. For other countries, the negotiations will continue, the White House says. They say more than 75 countries have reached out. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Speed cameras on I-90 near State Line are turning on tomorrow. It's part of a $1 million state program aimed to curb the amount of deaths and serious crashes caused by speeding. Hunter Bertram shows us what happens if you're caught.
These orange cameras along I-90 between Liberty Lake and State Line are set to begin checking your speed.
We want people to come home every night to see their loved ones.
Go over the speed limit here, and it'll grab a photo.
And if one of these new speed cameras does snap a photo of you, you're not going to get a fine. However, you are going to get a letter saying you need to slow down.
But that warning is only a one-time thing.
Our top priority is safety. We really want to slow down traffic and really decrease the crashes and the severity of them as well.
In 2023, WashDOT reported that speeding played a role in 358 crashes that resulted in a death or serious injuries on state highways. This new program, funded by $1 million from the state legislature.
We'd like to see if there is an impact. I mean, even if it's 10 miles an hour, that drops the speeds in those areas.
They turn on tomorrow and will be snapping pics till June 30th. The pictures it takes are only of your car's rear and license plate. Also, these speeding notices are only going to Washington drivers with Washington plates.
Speed does impact how people can get through those crashes. We want to reduce them as much as possible.
In Liberty Lake, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining me now. It is Wildlife Wednesday, but first we have a really pretty view, right?
That is right. Yeah, so you have to wait a little bit longer for the animals. Let's talk about some weather first with this beautiful view of downtown Spokane over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena tonight, and a few clouds drifting through, a jet contrail making for a pretty sunset, which is still about an hour away. It's getting late. We also have a nice shot from Coeur d'Alene right now where it is quiet. Oh, someone's got a boat. Lucky. And it's going to be some good boat weather tomorrow. Here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast for Thursday. 40 degrees at 7 in the morning with mostly cloudy skies. We'll be in and out of the clouds tomorrow. More clouds than sun, but you'll definitely see some hints of blue sky as well. Already in the 60s by noon, excuse me, with partly to mostly cloudy skies heading into the afternoon. We're getting up to a high temperature of 70 degrees. That's 15 degrees above average. A slight chance of showers as early as 5 o'clock. Much more likely any rain is going to hold off till closer till 9, even 10 o'clock in the evening. Meanwhile, 4 things to know about your weather. 70 Thursday with showers coming in late. It's going to be cooler Friday and especially Saturday, and then a few showers possible on Saturday as well. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast and those critter photos in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Can you tell I'm excited about the photos? All right, Chris, we'll see you soon. Hey, spring has sprung, and in honor of that, Riverfront Spokane and ICCU hosted a spring market today. Our Madeline Mullins is live at Riverfront Park where the event happened. And Madeline, tell us about what was happening.
Well, as you can see, this market is winding down. The vendors are closing up shop after a busy day. It was the large variety of vendors and the fact that most kids are out on spring break that made this an event for the whole family to get together.
I love it. It's a great time.
Delicious food vendors.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Dozens of booths with jewelry and clothing from local artists.
Yeah, it turned out really well.
And an animal fashion show. What more could you want? The answer, getting to enjoy all of it with your family.
It's been fun to be able to do it together.
Some making the trek from out of town.
I have been many times staying with my aunt. It's very fun.
Some with their furry families.
I'm just out here enjoying a walk with my dog, and it's beautiful weather, and I saw this going on downtown, and I just really wanted to see what everything was all about.
And some working this event, showcasing the jewelry and artwork made by a mother-daughter duo.
All of our things that we do are all handmade. I do the sewing and the embroidery, and she does the chainmail and custom jewelry.
People and their furry friends waking up from their winter hibernation and venturing out to enjoy the spring market.
I think it's awesome. Brings people together, get to meet people, new people, bring your family, friends, and just enjoy the day.
And someone said to me today that when the sun is out, it's hard for anybody to be in a bad mood, and that was very evident today. Live in Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Yeah, good vibes all around, Madeline. And hey, the Spokane Velocity added a USL League One vet that's extra thankful to call Spokane home once again.
Jalen Chrysler, a former Gonzaga Bulldog, he's settling well into his new team. We caught up with him at training this morning. Check out how much it means to him to be back in the Inland Northwest right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
The smart thermostat just got smarter, and Bill's Heating and AC wants you to experience the difference. For a limited time, new customers will receive the brand new Nuve Smart Thermostat free with every full system tune-up. And right now, the tune-up is just $59. Enjoy 24/7 monitoring, total control of your home's comfort, and help prevent costly breakdowns, all with one phone call. Call 208-777-5528 to claim this limited time offer today.
Welcome to Parker Toyota, the Toyota Truck Center of the Northwest. Our inventory has never been better with a huge selection from stock to fully customized trucks.
And now you can choose between a gas or hybrid powertrain. So whether you're looking for great MPGs or a 12,000-pound towing capacity, we have the truck for you.
Check out the all-new Toyota Tacoma and Tundra at your locally owned Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Grins and Giggles Family Dentistry wants to bring out your smile. From crowns to veneers, they have the experience to help anyone in your family, young to old, kids to grandparents, all by using state-of-the-art procedures. Grins and Giggles accepts most insurance plans, but where they shine is by offering cash discounts on most procedures for uninsured patients. Call or click Grins and Giggles today to find out more. Grins and Giggles Family Dentistry, helping you bring out your smile.
It's time to get spring-loaded at the Kootenai Casino. Stay in April starting at the incredibly low rate of just $59 midweek in the Kootenai Falls Lodge. We'll even include 2 breakfast vouchers. Win at the Inn with big cash giveaways, daily mystery hot spins, Senior Day Wednesdays, and special events all month long. Book this special rate today and come win at the Inn. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today we honor Todd LaRoche. Todd is a volunteer chaplain with the Spokane Police Department.
For over 10 years, Todd has trained and mentored other volunteer chaplains, working together to support families after the loss of a loved one.
I just really love helping people. Unfortunately, it's in the most difficult time of their lives.
Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
Welcome back. LeBron James is getting into the world of Barbie. He is the first professional athlete to have a Ken doll released in his likeness. The James doll, as it's called, will capture LeBron's fashion sense on and off the court. He even collaborated with Barbie designers to coordinate the looks, which will include an LJ varsity jacket and a LeBron James Family Foundation t-shirt. The doll will also be an inch higher than standard Ken dolls to capture his height. All right, let's send it now over to our sports director, Jack Wallace, with a look at sports.
Spokane Velocity entered the 2025 season fresh off a finals appearance in their inaugural season, so pretty tough boots to fill, but they got some key veteran help right here with the addition of Jalen Chrysler, a pretty familiar face to Spokane. An Everett native, Chrysler spent 4 years playing for the Gonzaga Bulldogs, earning first-team All-WCC in 2016. Now, this earned him a spot with Detroit City, and then later in USL League One with Forward Madison, the Richmond Kickers, and most recently won Knoxville. Chrysler spoke to us this morning after his training you're watching now, and what it means to him to wear the Spokane badge and return much closer to home.
When they started kind of this USL Spokane, I was like, I kind of want to make my way back, especially towards the end of my career. I'm 30 now, so being able to be back close to home, be back close to family, kind of familiar faces, and obviously from a club standpoint, it's one of the top of the league. So seeing what they did last year, it's just exciting to be back in the community of Spokane and just kind of seeing everything that's developed and grown here and just being a part of it now as well.
Now, he anchors a defense that's allowed 3 goals across 4 USL League One matches. That's one of the best goals allowed per game marks in the whole league. Velocity suit up for another Sunday home game this weekend. They host the Texoma FC in their first meeting of the season. Kickoff at One Spokane Stadium is at 4 p.m. Eastern Washington football continued their spring practices over this week and last. They reevaluated their play after the first scrimmage last week, we're seeing now. Now, one face to the Eags getting a lot more reps is wide receiver number 23, Bowden Gardner. The wideout, an EWU legacy. His father, a linebacker in the 1990s, and Gardner's a Mount Spokane high school grad. He spoke with us today about the legacy that he wants to carve out at Eastern.
Those are one of my 3 goals, is to leave a legacy here and just add on to it, especially being a local kid. With Afton being local, Cooper being local, it's just like an opportunity to add on to that. It means something. The logo means something to me, so like the opportunity, it's great. I'm excited.
Gardner and the rest of the Eags ready for their second spring scrimmage this Friday, all gearing up for the annual Red and White spring game on April 4th. And so lots of fun, both types of football, still springtime. Baseball with the Mariners and Indians both tonight on night side. M's have a big comeback, but I'm sorry, it took all my composure to not laugh at the LeBron doll thing. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's ridiculous.
I'm sure there will be lots of tweets about it today.
Oh my goodness.
All right, thank you so much, Jack. Well, as legislators in Olympia continue to write a balanced budget before session wraps at the end of the month, part of the negotiations revolve around increasing property tax revenues. Albert James shows us how Republicans are speaking out against the idea and why Democrats are pushing it forward.
This is the wrong answer for Washington. It's the wrong answer for homeowners. It's the wrong answer for renters.
Republicans in Olympia have come out against many of the tax proposals from Democrats in control of the legislature, especially Senate Bill 5798. The legislation would get rid of the 1% revenue growth limit for regular property taxes and allow that revenue to grow based on a formula that accounts for inflation and population change. The bill includes property tax exemptions for seniors and people with disabilities and does not impact voter-approved levies. Democratic leaders argue property tax revenues to fund schools and public safety has not kept up with increasing costs.
We need to make sure that we don't have a structural problem in our laws that prevents our government from being successful at its basic functions.
But Republicans fear the increased property taxes would make it harder for people to buy or rent a home, stay in that home, and for housing to be constructed.
They cannot say that they support affordability in our state if they also support regressive taxes that decrease affordability for people all across our state.
One homeowner invited to speak by Senate Republicans says she's already struggling with making increased property tax payments because the value of her home is increasing.
After 3 years of hard work, dipping into my retirement and selling my mother's jewelry, I was finally able to get caught up. However, now I need to make the property taxes again due this month. Now Senate Bill 5798 is being presented and will again put me and others like me on the brink of losing our houses.
For Governor Ferguson's part, while he held a press conference last week criticizing Democratic wealth tax proposals, he wouldn't say much on property taxes and other revenue ideas.
Those are conversations we're going to have. There's a lot of negotiations to go on, but I'm just not going to get into specific proposals right now.
In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
It is Wildlife Wednesday, and here's just a preview. This is from 15-year-old Hannalise Sanchez. She shared this adorable photo of a chipmunk. Hannalise's dad, Steve, says she was out for a hike and spotted this darling on a sunny day, hoping there's more sunshine in the forecast. I'll let you know and have the rest of our Wildlife Wednesday features after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Don't worry, it's just me. It's Chad from the Easy Home Buyer. Selling your home doesn't have to be scary. At the Easy Home Buyer, we make it simple, fast, and hassle-free, so you can focus on your next chapter.
It takes 5 seconds to read an average text message. If you're driving a car going 30 miles an hour, that's enough time to travel 220 feet. That's a long distance. About 3/4 of a football field. Or enough room for 15 cars. Oh, so if all that can fit inside of 220 feet, then imagine how much the road could change while you read one text. So before you start driving, put your phone out of reach and stay focused on the road. Together, we get there.
This year, make your home more energy efficient and beautiful with McVey Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. Did you know McVey Brothers sells the popular Coeur d'Alene windows? And last year, the 6,000 Window and Door Series won the prestigious Energy Star Efficiency Award. Well, right now, when you purchase a 6,000 Series window, we'll match your energy rebate based on current utility rebates. Plus, give you $500 off any roof you add to the job. At McVey Brothers, we're always working for you.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
For over 50 years, North Idaho Urology has been the trusted leader in urological care. From routine checkups to advanced prostate cancer treatment, our expert team is dedicated to your health every step of the way. With cutting-edge technology, personalized care, and locations in Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Sandpoint, we're here when you need us most. Don't wait. Early detection saves lives. Schedule your appointment today at niurology.com or call 208-667-0621.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
All right, we finally made it to the best part of Wednesday.
I think so.
I agree.
It is Wildlife Wednesday, and I already showed you one cute little chipmunk from Hannalise. Here is a gorgeous young moose calf, although it is in the early stages, Mark Vogt tells me, of getting rid of its winter coat, so maybe looking a little worse for the wear, but I don't know, still pretty good. Mark says this darling young moose calf was searching for little tender buds on this tree to satisfy some spring cravings. Beautiful photo. Thank you so much, Mark. Moose, my favorite animal. I also am quite fond of osprey. They are back, and Larry Crumpleman says that this osprey was hunting at Fernan Lake, and this is called kiting, Larry tells me, when they act like a kite, catch those breezes and can hover in one place, save energy, and get ready to swoop down. You can see the look of determination. I do love this photo from Courtney Litwin. This is a male mountain bluebird, and Kirsten, you may not know this, but I do because I took 5th grade Idaho history. It is the Idaho state bird. Yes, one of many facts that have been stapled into my brain from my Idaho history class. I will sing you the state song in the break. You
cannot wait for that.
It's a jam, pun intended. And from Carol Ellis, look at these Muppets. Great horned owlets out on the Pion Prairie, and they are just wee, and they are twins and could not be cuter And thank you for those photos. Our high temperatures today exactly average. 55 in Spokane, 56 in Coeur d'Alene. And boy, if today is average, I'll take that. 59 in Ritzville and 62 in Moses Lake. But these temperatures are going to jump about 15 degrees tomorrow. Look at all the 70s in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, St. Mary's, and Pullman. 79 in Lewiston and 71 in Grand Coulee. Tomorrow, mid-60s and upper 60s elsewhere around the region. It's not going to be a cloudless sky, and we do have this front coming in late Thursday. Here's 8, 9 o'clock with some scattered showers. These showers will not be around for long, but they are in association with a cold front that may not be bringing a lot of precipitation, but it is going to knock our temperatures back down to earth. 58 degrees on Friday, then another system swoops in for Saturday, dropping temperatures even more, and then we start to see a warm up again. A little bit of a roller coaster, very typical spring weather in the inland Northwest. Kirsten?
All right, Chris, thank you. Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What if you could get brand new windows, entry doors, or patio doors now and pay nothing for 18 months? That's right. Pay nothing until October 2026. No money down, no payment, and no interest. Zero, zilch, nada. Don't wait. Your home deserves this upgrade, and your wallet will thank you. This deal is here for a limited time only. Call Renewal by Anderson today and get 20% off your entire project.
With a P1FCU Ascend checking account, you get more than great dividends. Imagine having an entire branch in your pocket. Who needs a checkbook when you have a digital wallet? The only thing I check these days are my dividends.
Earn 3.5% APY. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Simplify your life and start earning more with Ascend Checking. Get yours today at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Public notice. RV prices are anticipated to rise drastically due to tariffs. R&R RV is offering free tariff savings now at all 3 locations. Same-day delivery available on many units with no hidden fees. Get ahead of soaring RV tariffs and save thousands now at R&R RV. Don't delay. Pre-tariff pricing ends soon. Lock in your exclusive pre-tariff price today at R&R RV, Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston, or online at rnrrv.com.
Our remodels are made to look beautiful and made to last.
So we hand-selected products that are stylish and durable to create new designs for your bathroom. See them now at rebath.com.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
Wherever you need us, American On Site.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Toyota.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, April is Stress Awareness Month, and if you find yourself struggling, health officials have some tips on what we can all do at home. We'll help you de-stress tonight on Nightside.
I hope it involves Girl Scout cookies.
Ooh.
Hey, I sang the state song for Kirsten on the break. What'd you think?
Absolutely did. I loved it. I had questions.
I had some follow-up questions.
There were follow-up
about the silver and gold and the sunlight's blaze.
And the romance
that lies in your name. Rain coming in tomorrow night. Many of you will miss it because we'll be dry by Friday. a chance of showers Saturday, but that looks like it's mainly going to be over the mountains.
Okay, and that'll be perfect if you're skiing.
Yes, it would, yeah, most likely falling as snow.
Very good. Okay, 70 tomorrow. We still have night side. There will be more fun facts.
And wildlife, yes.
See you at 11.